it's bizarre in the sense that Trump ran railing against big tech. Steve Bannon, who is railing against big tech all the time. So lots of Trump voters thought that they were voting against these companies. Now Trump is allowing their dreams to come true on multiple fronts. But what does the end of this look like? I mean, I feel like we've seen it in a lot of sci-fi movies, but like, what do you think they want?
Yeah,
And
so
how does it benefit them? Like, what's the profit motive in all of this as well?
yeah, it's a good point, right? And there are so many different ways to look at that question. And so I think maybe just to try to pull from a few, and if you want, we can kind of dig into them further. But so you have generally in Silicon Valley this desire to make sure they're not going to be regulated and taxed, or have antitrust investigations launched against them. The types of things that we've been seeing the past number of years. I think one of the things that is interesting in seeing how things are playing out just in the past few months is that there are some companies that are certainly getting the heat taken off of them, right? Elon Musk's companies in particular are kind of seeing a lot of these potential investigations and things fall by the wayside. But there are existing antitrust cases that are still working their way through the courts. And it seems that in some of those, they're actually going to continue to move forward because they're not necessarily companies or executives who are as aligned with Donald Trump and the Trump administration as they might like. And so it looks more and more like, often the right would accuse, say, the Democrats of using the legal process to get, kind of political wins that they wanted. But it looks very clear that the Trump administration is going to be explicitly using these cases to say, if you companies are not doing the things that we want you to do, we will continue these things. But, if you're going to act in such a way that, aligns with our political views or what we want to achieve, then we'll kind of pull back on some of these investigations and what's happening there, right? So there's that piece of it. But then I feel like there's also this desire when you look at the government more broadly. I think you can see very clearly, and this existed a bit before the election, for people who were paying attention, this increasing relationship between Silicon Valley and, say, like the Heritage Foundation and these really right-wing groups that have a desire to remake the American government, to really gut, a lot of the social spending and those aspects of the U.S. government. And there does seem to be, broadly an alliance on those points. And so when you see Elon Musk and Doge moving into the federal government and seeking to remake it and to close a lot of departments and to fire a lot of workers, there are comparisons to what we saw with Twitter when Elon Musk took over there and fired a bunch of people and kind of gutted parts of the company. But there's also this clear alignment with, say, the Project 2025 and that kind of vision for what the United States government should look like that is being implemented there.